My name is Dylan CineMasai Green, and welcome to the Real Notes podcast. I speak with rappers, producers, journalists, and other hip-hop adjacent figures about their relationship with movies, and, if at all, film inspires their craft. My guest this week is Virginia producer and former rapper Ohbliv. We spoke about Spike Lee's Highest to Lowest, the video for Michael Jackson's Thriller, being inspired by Wild Style and Krush Groove, his work with Fly Anakin, being co-signed by Madlib, his love for the SP-404 MKII, and the creative process behind the beats for ShrapKnel's Armature. If you're in Richmond, make sure to check out his debut solo collage exhibition, Oblivious Utopias, at the Southside Contemporary Art Gallery until this Friday, October 4th. Come fuck with us. How's your day been, bro? What's going on in VA right now?
Right now, I'm on my domestic tip. I'm about to go pick up my son in a couple hours from high school. But other than that, man, it's like the same old, man. It's laid back Richmond, man. You know.
Yeah. I didn't realize you were a father too, and in high school at that. That's crazy.
Yeah, junior. I got a junior in high school, man.
Wow, man.
Time flying. I remember when I was putting the headphones on my wife's belly, and it's like he doing his thing, so it's just crazy.
Wow. So like he's making shit too.
He does his music thing. He's not making things, but he's in a choir. He does all district, and he's proficient. He reads music and all that. For him to get into his own thing, I'm waiting for that, you know what I'm saying? But he got his mind on other things right now, so
right.
I ain't tripping off of it.
Yeah, nah. It like if it happens, cool. If not, like you wanna. I don't have kids, but I imagine just like having your own craft and even just being able to give that to a child, even if they're not like, oh, I want to do exactly what like dad did. It's just like being able to be like, this is mine and now it's yours,
Yeah, like all I can do is like, provide the tools, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is here for his, at his disposal, if he wants to get into it. But I treat it like kind of like how I came up. My parents didn't force anything on me. I gravitated towards music, So if it's something that, that grabs him and he's interested and excited about it, more power. But if not, he's doing his thing.
Yeah, no, that's all. Like whatever makes everybody happy, man. That's what, considering, the state of everything right now. Like wherever you can find happiness, just grab it, type shit. But what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Real Notes. It's what's today? It's a Thursday. It's still summertime. It's hot as fuck. I'm in shorts. Walmart didn't have the sparklers I wanted for this wedding. I'm playing a very small part. I'm not planning it. I love you, Desiree. You're amazing. My name's Dylan Green, CineMasai. Got a lot of names, do a lot of shit. Outside, inside, all sides. Literally just walked in my crib like not even 10 minutes ago. But I'm with somebody today who took the time out of his day to come and fuck with me and talk about all sorts of lovely things. I'm trying to remember exactly when I first started listening to this man's music, or like when I first got tapped. It actually might have been you and Anakin's Backyard Boogie. I think that might have been the first time for me. But like producer, he raps occasionally, kind of rare these days, but like producer extraordinaire, SP-404 wizard, vinyl man, Richmond native son, Ohbliv. Ohbliv is here. I'm super fucking geeked to have Ohbliv here. I just finished running the ShrapKnel album Armature again, like on the way back home from my errand. Like incredible work. My personal favorite of the 3 triple steel beam albums. Shout out to Mike Ladd and to Raffi. Like all 3 of those projects are amazing, but this one really struck me in the heart. So thank you for your work, bro, and thank you so much again for taking the time out of your day to come fuck with me.
Oh man, thank you for having me, yo. Thank you for showing all the love and support throughout the years, man. For real, man. I'm a pleasure to be here.
Nah, it's really my pleasure. Like it's so crazy. I was my sister and I went to Six Flags. I want to say like 3-ish weeks ago, maybe closer to a month ago. And driving on the way back, I was running a couple of your albums. Like we were driving back at like 9 p.m. You know, like all like worn out from all the coasters, and ran Nitro. I want to say like 3 or 4 times, and like you're and you.
Oh Lord.
That's not your thing?
Nah. Wooden coasters only though. If
word. Yeah. Specifically wooden coasters.
Yeah. It's something very thought out. Yeah. Specifically just wooden coasters for me.
That's hilarious. Yeah,
I don't like going upside down. So
I feel it. Yeah, one of my favorite coasters is at a Great Adventure near us is El Toro, which is a wooden coaster. I think it's supposed to be one of the tallest and fastest in the world. It's amazing. I love it. It's like I'm a coaster boy. I wasn't forever, but like I'm a coaster boy. I can
warm up to it. My mom warmed me up to it. My mom forced me to get on some roller coasters when I was young, and it kind of traumatized me. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a while to get back on. But then when I got back on, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? But I was like strictly wooden coasters because I'm not going upside down. It's just something about that for me personally. But my son loves them. He can have it.
Yo, it's like, so like when I rode Nitro, like it's one of my favorite coasters I've ever been on. But like doing it at, how old am I now? I'm 33. So like Nitro has this crazy fucking incline that takes, I want to say maybe somewhere between like 30 and 45. It's like real. Oh my God. Like I'm about to fall out this shit. Like I never remembered feeling that way before, cause like you're kind of, like you're strapped in with this heavy bar, but it's just that keeping you from tumbling off the fucking top of it. So like I'm in my head, I'm just like,
yeah. I need a seat belt. I need the belt. I need a helmet. I need all of that.
I was like, oh shit, this is like, I was like, this shit used to be heavier, right? Like, it was really fucking me up. But like, it's always like once you get past the hump and you go down the hill, and then that's it. Everything's fine after that. But like those first 45 seconds are really, like I've never felt that way before. So it was
experiences, man. I'm too old for the heroin experiences. I'm trying to, just keep it even keeled,
Yeah, I feel you. But I bring all that up to say that I was listening to Slack on the way home. Just to kind of like take the edge off, and like I said, like 9 p.m. we're both tired. I'm driving, and I was like, I need to hear some beats right now, and just like, it really just helped me. Yeah,
that's
like
what you good for is like, either zoning, mellowing out. You know what I'm saying? It's different energies.
Yeah, no, it really, really helped to take the edge off. So, appreciate you for that too. But I want to know, I'm going to ask you the first question I ask everybody who comes on here, which is, what was the last movie or TV show you watched that you had a strong opinion about?
Oh, wow. Man, we watch a lot of movies over here. Like, between my wife and my son and me, like, there's a lot of movies being watched that I had a strong opinion on. Probably, what's it? The new the Spike Lee Denzel, Highest to Lowest.
Yeah, talk to me about Highest to Lowest. How'd you feel about it?
We just saw that. It was interesting. I felt like it was going to go in a different direction than I thought it did. You know what I'm saying? And some of the conclusions that they came to at the end of the movie, I was kind of questioning. But I mean, that's the most recent thing. But yeah, I don't know. That's probably it right now. But I got a lot of strong opinions about a lot of different movies, though. Like,
I wanna get into those, but I want to talk about Highest to Lowest because I haven't been able to get into like detail, because like it's out now, it's on streaming, so we can like actually talk about the shit. I also thought it was interesting. To me, it's probably gonna go closer to the back of Spike's catalog, in my personal opinion. But like, Denzel's great in it. He's having a ton of fun, even though like, okay, I gotta ask, because I've been thinking so much about the scene where him and Rocky are in the studio and they're rapping back and forth.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like just I haven't been able to talk to like people who rap or people who produce about the way the music in this movie is, and like I guess I'm just curious, like listening to the stuff that Rocky made for this movie. Like, how did you feel about the songs he made for this movie? Because I'm kind of like, because they're putting him forth as like he's supposed to be a drill rapper, but he's making like ASAP Rocky songs.
Right.
You
And
know,
I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, yo, why ain't he making this in real life? Like, they're like quintessential kind of like ASAP Rocky songs, and he doesn't come off as like this, yeah, like you say, like this drill rapper that he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then my other issue is when Denzel is rapping the lyrics, the Nas lyrics. Yo. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, yo, I was like, yo, that's not exactly what he was saying, yo. There's a couple of words in there. I'm like, that's not the Nas lyric exactly. But yeah, yo, I'm just kind of disappointed in. I thought it was gonna go in a different direction. I thought it was gonna be more empowering to Black male youth than it was,
Yeah.
and I heard that that's what it was supposed to be about, kind of like I saw something. It was like a love letter to like Black male youth or something, and it was like, I get it, but I didn't really get it, you know. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, bro. Cause the two sons are barely in the movie. Like the whole plot revolves around them getting kidnapped and shit.
right,
But like the movie's not really about them. It's about Denzel getting Stacking Hits Records, or also Stacking Hits Records. Real Stacking Hits Records. Come on, son. Like
that's
crazy work.
yo, Spike. Wait, Spike. I mean, come on, but all right. What Spike is what? I want to say he's like in his maybe 70s, late 60s now.
Late 60s, probably.
So I mean, I don't know who's in his ear, you know, but I mean, there's a hint of out of touchness going on with like the
Yeah.
hits. Come on now, like.
Yeah, and like it's because like to have so much of the movie revolve around the label and Denzel's supposed love for the music, we don't really get it. Like outside of the lady who winds up signing at the end, we don't really get any impression of like who signed to Stacking Hits. Like you know, it's just like I just considering how much of the movie revolves around it, I wish we got more information. Like anybody really, it's just like it's all just like board meeting shit, and then you got also so you got Rocky, you got the lady at the end who winds up singing like this very classical, like traditionalist, like R&B gospel ballad, which like cool, good song, but like I didn't really love the message that sent me on some like, yeah, this rap shit is clipped. It's all just for like this is what we want at Stacking Hits Records. And I'm like, it really kind of like it had me rubbing my temples a little bit. It's you know, like
that when I heard that song in particular, I remember watching it with my wife, and I was just like, this is what is wowing them right now. Like this is the song that she chose to sing as like her like audition for the label and all of this, and I'm just like, okay. I mean, in 2025. And that's where I'm like, yo, Spike and them, they're kind of out of touch with it, you know? Like, they're kind of out of touch. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. And I put this, like you said, this one's at like the tail end. I put this behind She Hate Me. Yeah, because I ain't like She Hate Me either, but I put this behind that. Like, maybe over time it'll grow on me, but I don't know. I'm probably not even gonna watch this again, though, honestly.
Yeah, I want to try it one more time because I'm interested in watching it with my pops. He's in his 80s, and he's like a big Spike Lee fan, so I'm interested to hear his thoughts. But like, I'm gonna say it's definitely, to me, it's better than Chirac. Chirac is terrible, maybe the worst Spike Lee movie.
Chirac for sure,
but like. But yeah, I would, and it's weird because like I love She Hate Me. It's a bad movie. It's not good. I love watching it. It's entertaining.
Movie. It's a bad good movie. Yeah, it's so bad.
For sure.
It has elements. It definitely has elements in it that I'm like, yo, that's Man, it's funny. That's some dumb shit. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think they're kind of jockeying for position. It's tough, because like Spike's Best is some of the best film you'll ever watch. Like Do the Right Thing.
Yo,
I could sit here and list Spike movies all
he
day.
really is. He
But
really might be the definition of highest to lowest. Like his highs are really high, and then his lows are, man,
there it
in his
is.
mud. So
There, yeah. Nah, because like he has like a decade's worth of classics, and then a decade's worth of like basically universal trash.
yeah,
Like everything from like Miracle at St. Anna to Chirac is just like garbage. And then Black Klansman was fine. Defy Bloods is great, and then he's an interesting one. Like his style is cool. Like Highest to Lowest is entertaining in spots. Like I like the way it was shot. I love the score. All the acting was good. It's just I don't know. Like like the stiffs, like the Spikeisms just didn't work for me this time the way they usually do. It's kind of I don't know.
I agree wholeheartly.
Shit. Okay, so I wanna run through your older like your like early life film history real quick. So what's the first movie experience you can remember having, son? It could be at the theater, it could be at your cousin's house. Like just the first thing that comes to mind.
I remember the first time I saw like all right, so I remember very clearly the first time I saw Thriller on like a video, and it was like an event like all right, so I was like 7 years old. I was going to stay with my family in Michigan for a summer, with my cousins in Michigan for a summer. It was like me, I was 7, and then like their family was like a 5-year-old little cousin, Sophia, and then Jason, he was like 13, right? And I remember the day we got there, we went to the video store and we rented some VHS. This was VHS days. We rented Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo,
the classic,
and Thriller on VHS. And I remember we were like so hyped to watch Thriller. You know what I'm saying? We all love Michael Jackson and all this stuff, but none of us has seen Thriller. Well, the kids haven't. You know what I'm saying? The kids haven't.
Yeah.
It was our first time seeing this, right? So we get back, we pop in Thriller first. We watching Thriller, and it gets to the end of the beginning part where it's before it goes into the song, before he starts turning, where he turns. And I swear, I didn't even get through the rest of the video because that scared the shit out of me.
Me too, bro. I swear.
Thriller scared the shit out of me as a kid. I didn't even finish watching the video. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even get to the part of the very end where he turns his eyes. That's like later in my life where I see that part. Like I'm like bawling, like wilding out. You know what I'm saying? My little cousin, she's crying. My 13-year-old cousin, he's cool. I remember, but like me and my little cousin, like we were like tripping. You know what I'm saying? So then they had to put on like Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo. But then that kind of what sparked my like love for like rap a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they break dancing, they got on bright colors and all of this stuff, and so that kind of like turned me on to like rap music at an early age. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 7 years old. And that just kind of just pushed me on to like looking for like music related movies, you know what I'm saying? Like sheesh, man. Going to see like House Party. My parents took me to see House Party 2 in the movie theaters. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I was really into like Wild Style at an early age. Like as soon as it got on VHS, I'm looking for it, you know. So that kind of like music related movies is where my like love for like movies and music kind of like sparked, you know.
Oh, that's amazing. I definitely got to start with Thriller because I remember the first time I saw the Thriller video too. I had the it was like the Michael Jackson like his greatest hits DVD. It had all the videos on it. It had Thriller, Remember the Time, Billie Jean, like once again, I could sit here and name Mike Jackson songs all day. But yeah, the first time I saw the Thriller video, like I had to have been maybe like 9, 10, 11. Like I had to leave the room like the transformation scene was OD. It was way too much. And like I think the first 2 or 3 times I watched it, I had to leave the room until the actual video started, and then like the zombies started. Like I could handle that, but I couldn't handle the werewolf shit.
It's crazy. Like, yeah, yo, Mike was traumatizing us as kids, but we loved that shit, man.
Yeah, but nah, that it was like I went back and watched it not too long ago. It's like it's a gorgeous scene. It looks great. Like it's it's gonna be scaring and traumatizing kids for generations, and I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. You know,
exactly,
like that's
you know, like looking back in hindsight, yo, it's all par of the course. You know, like that was what was supposed to happen. You know, the appreciation has only grown.
Yeah, man. And, but to me, I mean, as much as I love the Thriller video and the song, my favorite is always going to be Remember the Time. That was the one that I used to watch on loop constantly. Like just it was that and the video for Black and White. Those were always my 2 favorites.
Yeah. Though I mean, those were events. You know, I remember when Black and White came out at like 8 p.m. premiere. I remember when Remember the Time was a premiere. We all gathered around in the living room, you know, and waited to watch that. Like that's when it was like events. And yeah, like to this day, like those videos have definitely like seared, you know, themselves in my memory. You know, definitely.
Yeah, no, like they're all. I mean, like Thriller is basically a short film, but all the others are like little, like they're not exactly what I call short films, but they're like really, they feel like mini movies. You know, like Remember the Time in particular feels like a mini movie. You know, like it was like a production. You could tell they spent bread on it. They were on a set. You know, like everyone, like the costumes were crazy. They had Eddie Murphy in the fucking in the fucking Pharaoh headpiece, and Magic Johnson was the fucking jester. Like I don't know, like just really.
You remember my shit was Moonwalker. Remember Moonwalker?
I do remember Moonwalker. That was where, wow.
Like, really, he solidified. Like, yo, I'm making like movies for real. You know, like that whole thing, man. And actually, the end of that scared me too. Like when they were like when the soldiers were coming after him, and it was like the whole martial law and all of that. After that, that scared me too. Like as a youngster, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Damn. So before we move on from this, you ever see Captain EO, the movie he made for Disney World?
I was bring that up too. Yeah.
So I never got to see. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
I was gonna say I never got the chance to see it at Disney World, but I've seen it. I've only seen it on YouTube and shit. But like, yeah, it's how did you feel about Captain EO? Because I have feelings about Captain EO.
I saw it like when I was a kid, on video as well. And I really didn't think much of it at the time, and I haven't really seen it since. You know what I'm saying? I kind of remember the premise of it, and like some of it is alluded to on like Moonwalker and stuff, but I don't.
Right.
I really don't really like have much of a thought about it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I made it seem like I did. I don't really either. It's basically just Michael Jackson's Star Wars, and it's it is what it is. But it's cute, and like it was just like, once again, it was a production. Like they really put a lot of effort. Like that is an actual movie. It's not like that's a music video. That's like they made a movie from beginning to end. But yeah, I don't know. Like that like that era of, and like I'm thinking about it too because I just I want to say back in July. I moderated a panel about The Wiz for Celebrate Brooklyn out here in the area, and I got to speak to Shelley Williams and Bobby Wooten III and Dede Ayate just about the way, because Shelley directs the version of The Wiz that's on the road right now. Bobby Wooten's a musician, Dede's a costume designer, and I got to talk to them about like the legacy of The Wiz. And so like Michael Jackson and movies have kind of been on the brain for the last couple months because of that. So
wow.
Yeah.
Crazy that I brought up Thriller and you've been doing all of that. So that's crazy.
Yeah, you know, just like it's great minds, bro. Great minds.
Frequency.
But already. but okay, so I want to talk. I mean, like usually the next question is like what the capital M movie is for you, like something that really connected with you in like a emotional, artistic, or spiritual sense. But you already brought it to Breaking Two and how that kind of sparked your love for music and movies in particular. So talk to me more about that.
Well, what Breaking Two did is it sparked it, but it made me want to go deeper. It made me want
Yeah.
because you see Breaking Two and you see all this glossy ass shit. You see these motherfuckers break dancing with the white girl and they dancing down the street and it's, what I'm saying? It's just glossy, right? And I was like, yo, I'm like, there's more to this, right? So then from there, I go and I check out Beach Street, right? So then I
Yep.
check out Beach Street. So I'm like, okay, now we're getting closer to the source. We're getting closer to it, right? But it still is a little too Hollywood glossy, right? So then after that,
Yeah.
I stumble onto some. Actually, it was the soundtrack to Wild Style first. Through digging, I found some songs, some who is it? Blondie, the guys from Blondie, they did the soundtrack to Wild Style, right? So I learned that they did that and I heard some of their stuff and I was like, okay, this shit's funky like that. So then now I gotta find Wild Style. So then I check out I find the Wild Style soundtrack on cassette. And then from there I find the VHS and then that's when my world was like blown right there. On hip hop, like that's like to the core. Wild Style is my favorite movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like if we wherever questions you got next, like Wild Style is my favorite movie of all time. It has like the rawness, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It has cinematic value to it, you know what I'm saying? The story is shaky, but it works for me, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like so that really sparked my love for like hip hop. Being from Richmond, Virginia, so removed from, the origins of it, you know what I'm saying? Like that really gave
Yeah.
me a good insight into like the values of hip hop, like the ethos, the energy, all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So
On
yeah.
to like Star Wars and all the documentaries and all
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, how old were you when you first saw Wild Style?
I think I was 14. I
Gotcha.
was young. I was young. Yeah, like right when because I had the cassette. I found the cassette, and then it wasn't on VHS for a couple of years, so I had to wait. I remember seeing in the back of Source magazines like some like random ass video store in Brooklyn had VHSs that they were selling in the Source magazine, in the
Wow.
mid '90s. You know what I'm saying? But I found it at like I forgot which store it was. It was some store in the mall, but yeah, I found the VHS. And matter of fact, boom, it's right here.
Oh, let's go. That's yo.
So
That's history right there, son. That's
yeah.
amazing.
So yeah, I keep that right there, as a reminder, But yeah, like so I had to have been like 14, 15. And yeah, that just really what set off my like passion for like, hip hop music.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm trying to remember the first time I saw. So I think I might have seen what I was either about to leave high school or go to college. So I had to have been like 18, 19, maybe 20 when I first saw Wild Style.
Yeah.
And like you, I feel almost exactly the same way. Like it's like I'm always interested in stuff that's like because the movie's ultimately it's a documentary, but there's like kind of a narrative to it, kind of
Mm-hmm.
sort of like it's like it's interesting the way they did it, but I give them a pass because like it's really documenting this culture that I had already come to love as is. Like I'm already a fan and just like digging into whatever I'm digging into, but like that was like some totem shit, just like real
Yeah.
like foundational, like you can see the graph artists fucking up the trains and hear it all coming from like the first generation's mouth. Like to me that was like there was nothing more special than that,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
it was one thing to like love, like find all these songs on soundtracks and see the way people would dress and whatever, but like to actually get to see them like, and just have it be the real deal, even if it was a little, for lack of a better word, staged ish. Like like even the word stage doesn't even feel appropriate, because like they're doing the thing. It's just like it's that weird narrative documentary thing. But yeah, like Wild Style is just like the way it looks, the way it sounds, the way it feels. Like being from Jersey and having access to New York but not being there all the time, and I don't know, just like being able to kind of put faces to names. And like even just like 5 points, like 5 points being in the movie and 5 points not being a thing anymore. It's like that's once again like that's history. And of course they whitewashed all the 5 points, which is like I still fucking it kind of hurts to think about, honestly, because like that's just
sucks,
like,
man. They whitewashing everything right now,
that
man.
shit is crazy. Yeah, I don't know, but for anybody listening who somehow hasn't, if you're listening to this podcast, you've probably seen Wild Style. But if you haven't, please go watch it. It's like foundational rap text, like
rap shit, foundational rap shit, like for real. Like that's I mean for a long time I kind of treated it as a litmus test. You know what I'm saying? When talking to people, interfacing with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you got to see this shit, like to even like understand where I'm coming from.
Right.
So yeah.
So then from there, let's jump into the music. Like, when did music become capital M music for you? Not even in terms of wanting to make it, but just like with Wild Style, like being fascinated by it and being like,
it was probably around that time, like around 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? I'm like early high school, coming to my own, you know what I'm saying, hanging out. Like this was when Rap City and Yo MTV Rap still existed. So I'm coming home every day from school, 4:00, Rap City. I'm watching that till like 6. And then I'm going to like school, and we're rapping songs that we heard, you know what I'm saying, on Rap City and UMTV Raps, and acting like we freestyling and all of this shit. And so it was those were the formative years for me, man. Like I started writing raps then. I didn't really start digging, but I was definitely like buying a lot of like tapes and stuff. Like we had a record store called Willie's back in the day. And yeah, if you're from Richmond and surrounding areas, you know about Willie's. Like every weekend I would go and like just see what the new tapes were. Like I was fortunate enough, thank God, grateful to my parents, you know what I'm saying? Like going and buying a tape, or a mixtape or something. So like, yeah, like 14, 15, that's when it was like, I really love this shit. I listen to it every day. It wasn't to the point, like, it was later when I started wanting to, like, wanted to really do it. But it's like, yo, I really fuck with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a part of, like, I want to be a part of this fucking culture, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, learning the tenets of it and all of that. Like, a real student shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, learning how to break, learning how to DJ, trying to do all of this shit, like, years later. But that's where it started, yeah.
Word. Yeah. So what were some of those earlier tapes that you were buying from Willie's? Like, was it rap stuff specifically, or were you just buying like stuff that you
all rap? Okay. Any rap shit that I saw, that maybe I saw a video on TV. I may have like read about them in like the Source or Rap Pages, or what was the other Jones out right now? It was Source, Rap Pages. This was before XXL.
So Ego Trip type shit?
Ego Trip. Yeah, like shit. Yeah, so anything that I saw in there, man. And I mean, I was literally like just curious. Like I didn't have a real taste yet, because I'm from Richmond, Virginia. We didn't really have a scene like that. We had artists that came out of like Richmond and Virginia. You know what I'm saying? At this, because this is still before Missy, this is before Timbaland, this is before Pharrell, this is before all of that shit, right? At that time, I think we had Skills, we had Clef Dollars, rest in peace. Not many. So I was listening to anything. I was listening to stuff from the East Coast. I was listening to Onyx. I was listening to Grand Poobah, and then I would listen to like King T and the Alcoholics. And I'm getting my timeline all mixed up. But like being from Virginia, I feel like I was very fortunate to be able to experience and get music from all sides. You know, it wasn't just like focused on one region, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. I mentioned this when I had Henny Low on, but my sister, my big sister and her family live down there, like in like the Chesterfield area. So I know I'm pretty familiar.
Yeah, you
I'm pretty
familiar? You said
familiar with.
Chesterfield. I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about, man.
yeah. Nah, like it was to a point where like they live right near Petersburg, and every time I'm like, they're from Petersburg, and they're like, we're not from fucking Petersburg. Don't ever say that
Don't
shit.
ever, don't ever. You don't want to be from Petersburg, yo.
Yeah,
You
nah,
say you're from
yeah, nah.
Petersburg, you're like, oh.
Days at the South Park Mall and shit.
Shout out
Yeah, nah.
Petersburg, yo. Shout out Petersburg. Shout out Trey Songz, yo.
Oh man. But yeah, nah. Like it's like I said that to say I get how like I get that kind of like, because like you talk to people from Virginia, and it's like y'all really are kind of right at the middle where the North meets the South in a lot of ways. And there's a lot of different influences coming in, and especially at this time when there's like no real, or like not no rap scene, but like y'all don't really have like once again, this is before like all like the big guns.
My fault. Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to shout out the Real Notes Patreon one time. For as little as $5 a month, you get exclusive goodies like video of every interview, 2-day early access to every interview, an invite to the Real Notes Discord server, exclusive access to the Real Talk Movie Night archive, and early pre-sale links for all live events. If you want to give a little more, you get other exclusives like retro 60-second movie reviews and monthly 90-minute workshops with me, where we can discuss whatever creative questions or projects you might have going on. Head over to patreon.com/realnotes. That's REELNOTES to join right now. I repeat, all videos will only be available on the Patreon. Thanks for listening. Shout out to my patrons. Now let's get back to talking.
Came out before the Neptunes happened, and Missy and Timbo, like you said. So it's I can only imagine just how like hungry you had to have been to just go find everything you could. Like going from Onyx to the Alcoholics to King T and Chi Ali is like that's nuts.
I mean, I really wanted to like become like very proficient in like rap styles, like just conversationally, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there was different pockets of people of people like interested in stuff. There was like this group over here like West Coast stuff. This were strictly East Coast, These were the Arrested Development alternative guys, you know what I'm saying? I tried to like circle the whole thing, so
right. So like at this point, eventually you do decide that you don't just want to like participate in the culture, you want to like make some shit and give back. And you had mentioned earlier that like you weren't pushed into music, you found it yourself, and you just kind of organically fell into what you did. So when did you know music was going to become more than just a hobby for you?
It was probably senior year of high school. Senior year of high school, it was that summer going into my senior year. I was a part of the governor's school program for arts and humanities, and from there I went there for music, actually, vocal music, singing. And from there, I met some guys, and we started like a little rap group. It was just like a summer program. We stayed at like University of Richmond for the summer, and we had classes and did all this cool stuff. And there, I met some guys, and we started a rap group there, right? And we actually recorded like 2 songs, and it was real fun. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. I enjoyed it. And I thought that like, this could be something that, I could continue doing, you know what I'm saying? So throughout my senior year in high school, that's when I really started like really writing raps and actually like showing people and rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I met Nicholas F. I met Nicholas F because he went to another school and we met in a cipher when our schools like met up, you know what I'm saying? Like and that's really was the point that kind of like crystallized. It's like, yo, this is something that I'm really gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember being in a cipher with him, like, and it started out with like maybe like 4 or 5 of us rapping, and by the end of it, it was just me and him. You know what I'm saying? And Nicholas F. You know what I'm saying? He's so and even back then, like I was like in awe back then, like yo, and I was like just okay, if I can hang with him, then I might have something. You know what I'm saying? But also I was doing actual classical music as well. You know what I'm saying? So I was like rapping. But then I was like learning theory and doing all of this other fucking stuffy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? And in college is when I made the decision. It's like I'm really going to pursue this fucking like rap shit. Like,
right. So I mean, like of course, like you started out rapping, but eventually you decide to really go whole hog on being a producer. And like I've been watching a couple of your interviews, and you've mentioned you studying theory before, and like when did you know that you were gonna make the shift from rapping to producing and really like dig in on making music as opposed to just like rapping on beats?
All right, so this is a long answer. All right, so when I started rapping and like linking up with rappers like in college, I was also in college for vocal music. So I was splitting my time during the day doing classes, learning theory, and then at night I'm hanging out with rappers doing rapper shit, right? The rapper shit took over my academics, right? To the point where I was like on fuck it, I was on academic probation, right? Because I was like, fuck all this shit. I was literally like, drinking 40s, smoking blunts, stumbling to my dorm room, you know what I'm saying, on some
college
rap
shit.
college shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we're going to ciphers, we're doing fucking open mics and shit and all of this stuff, right? So eventually it gets to the point where at the same time I'm making beats too, right? I'm making beats on the low for myself. And then eventually I link up with a rapper through a friend from high school, and we start a group. Score One for the Little Guy. And that group had a lot of potential, but we weren't really focused. We did a lot of like local shows, college shows. Eventually it led up to us expanding and making a group, adding more members to the group and changing the whole like focus of the group kind of. So it started as a rap group, solely a rap group with a producer and rappers, into an acoustic beatbox rap R&B group called Earth Tones. It was myself, my my guy Corey, who was rapping, and a singer, a beatboxer, and an acoustic guitar player. And that had some potential as well. We were doing college shows. We did Howard Homecoming. We were labeled, labeled like kind of like we were having talks with labels and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was conflicted creatively because I was like, this ain't what I wanted to do. But we were riding the success of things that were going on. Then my mother dies in the midst of all of this. Right, my mother dies. Right. At the same time, my wife is pregnant. My son is born. Wait, my mother dies. My mother dies 5 days after my son is born.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My son's born on a Monday. My mother dies on a Friday. Right. The day we bring my son home, my mother dies. Right. So then at that point, I'm like, fuck everything. Okay. I'm like, fuck this rap shit. Fuck all this shit. Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. But I still have all this energy, so I couldn't express it vocally. So I started really going deep into the beats, right? I started diving in like hard body. Like I'm talking about making 30 minutes, like basically a half a tape a day for maybe about maybe like 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God,
Just beats, you know what I'm saying? Just making beats, like just going through grieving, making beats, grieving, making beats, you know what I'm saying? And through all of this, I'm still meeting people. That's how I meet Anu, Cake Dog, you know what I'm saying? We form little ugly man, Travis, Nick, like through all of this stuff that's going on, I'm meeting them and we're linking up and all this stuff, and then that's where it was like, all right, I'm doing beats, like what's that?
Holy shit! So I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea that that's really where the beats start, and I mean, like, you know, like knowing how powerful grief can be. I get that, like, you know, you just, all you want to do is just throw whatever energy you have into anything that's not having to think about the person you lost or the thing you lost or the relationship you lost. So, like, you know, like, fuck 5 beats a day for 3 summers. You're talking about half a tape a day for 4 years.
Like 30 minutes worth of material. That was where my mind was. I was like, I had to make 30 minutes of material a day, like, because I really want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's where I was at with it, man. I had a rap group, you know what I'm saying? And after my mom passed and my son was born, I was like, yo, peace out. Like, this ain't what I wanted to do anyways. Fuck you, you're cool, blah, blah, blah. Did all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I just, like, yeah, just went hard, man. Like, just buying records and flipping them bitches, man.
So, like, when did you start posting those to Bandcamp and places? And, like, when did people start to notice all this music that you've been making?
It started with MySpace, actually. I started posting beats on MySpace. And that's actually where I met a lot of people. That's where I met Leland Anu, who else? That's where I met Susie Analog, I think.
Shout out to Susie, man. Alum of the pod
all
too.
Those guys was through MySpace. Like, we all kind of like did AOL. We were AOL chatting and sending beats back and forth through there first. This is like maybe like a year or two before Bandcamp even was a thing. Like, so it was through MySpace first, and then I released a tape through, like, it was just a random ass, like, internet. I think you find that shit on Internet Archive now. That's actually, I think, where I put Rugged Tranquility first, on, like, Internet Archive type of shit. And it was like a Mediafire link. You know what I'm saying? I just threw it out there. And then from there, it's just like, that's where it kind of snowballed. And then then Bandcamp came out and SoundCloud came out. Like, I'm really the benefit of timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was able to be around when all of these things initially came out. So I was able to, like, you know, seize the opportunity on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta, you know, give some credit to that as well. You know, straight up about it. So
there's so much I could touch on. We don't have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to jump between a couple of points of interest.
Sure.
This one came up because he shared a video of y'all meeting for the first time recently. I want to know how you and Anakin's relationship started. Because for me, like I said before, Backyard Boogie was one of the first times I really sat with both of y'all's music, really. But it's like, talk to me about, you know, forming that partnership, and just like where y'all were at the time, and just kind of looking back on everything y'all have done together, which is a lot of shit. So
Yo man, yeah, love to the bro, man. First of all, because, like, just seeing how, you know, how far he's gone, and we literally would sit right here and have conversations about the shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I always say it started off so, like, on the humble. Like, I remember hearing some joints, some rappers, some guys at the time on my beats on SoundCloud, right? Some guys named Fly Anakin and Concept Jackson. Like, I'm like,
hey, shout out.
I'm like, who the fuck are these guys, man? rapping on my shit, right? And at the same time, I'm like, yo, they don't sound bad though. Like, you know, they actually like sound pretty dope on my shit, right? And then like just over the course of like a little bit of time, I found out that they're from around the fucking corner. I can't remember exactly who reached out first. If it was Khan's or him who reached out first. Like, yo, we rapped over your shit. And then it was like, yo, we're in Richmond too. And I'm like, you're in Richmond too. Like, we need to be working, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that shit. Like, y'all need to come through. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they came through. And, I mean, it was just, like, automatic. You know what I'm saying? It was, like, very, very organic. Or, like, they literally are from the same area. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, we have the same points of reference. You know what I'm saying? It might be some years of difference. You know what I'm saying? But Richmond people really don't change much. You know what I'm saying? Like our energy is, you know, is from the ground. You know what I'm saying? It's from the area. So we relate to each other, and it was real easy to get shit done. You know what I'm saying? So getting Backyard Boogie done, and all the work we've done, was just like very easy, very organic. Literally, just come through, listen. Fuck with that, take that. Literally like a day, maybe not even a day, maybe later even that evening. You know what I'm saying? You're getting like references and shit back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I appreciate the most about him, is that his work ethic. And the reason why he's where he's at right now is because his work ethic that I saw back then. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just grateful that I got in on the ground floor with homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
man.
He's good people's, man. I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, nah, he really is. Yeah, like I can never give enough love to Frank. Like the work ethic's crazy. He's just like good dude, funny dude. Like I think I've interviewed him and gotta be going on like 5 or 6 times at this point. He's just love him. Love him to death. And like I told him this, and now I get to tell you this. Yeah, Weed Man was the first song I ever heard from the two of y'all. And like it's like to me it's kind of it's particularly over the last like 5-6 years, it's become like a quintessential summer song. Like I throw that on when I know it's going to be like 70, 80, 90 degrees for the first time, and it really like
that's the vibe.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and like that's what Backyard Boogie generally means to me, but that song specifically is just like it's just like sizzling concrete type of music to me.
Yeah, you know? Man. And another thing I'll say is like his ear for beats.
Yeah.
A lot of if it was up to me solely, a lot of those tracks, I think Weed Man in particular, you probably wouldn't have heard because I wouldn't have picked those beats. Like it's a credit to him, you know what I'm saying? Like he comes through and he hears shit that I make that I don't even hear myself. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
So he hears some shit, you know what I'm saying? There's so many beats like I play for him and on some just like, yo, just going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, fuck that. Nah. And he's like, wait, it'll be a little bit. He's like, run that back. He's like, give me that. I'm like, you sure about that, man? I don't know about that one. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, no, give me that. And then he works his magic. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's special, man. That's special.
So name me one song you could think of that you were surprised he took it and then flipped it into something magic.
Oh, the main one is fucking what's the one? I can't. Oh, damn it. I can't think of the name, but it's the damn. It's the Joan. The what is it? Chilling with. He knows what. It's the one with the red cover. It was on SoundCloud. The Talking to Your Bitch with the what is it? What is it? I might have to look it up. Damn. He knows. I don't even have to say it, but he knows what it was because I remember the day he got that, and I was like, that shit is trash. And he knows what beat I'm talking about. I was like, that beat I made sucks. You want it? You can have it. I love the beat now. It's like one of my favorite joints, like for real, that he's rapped over. It's the chilling with your bitch, talking to. I can't think. It's one of the older joints. It's on SoundCloud. Damn it.
Man, okay. Nah, you're good. So while you look that up, talk to me a little bit more about just like the process of putting Backyard Boogie together and like walking away from it and just being like, this is done. Like we really, I mean, like y'all have been working before that, but like I don't know why Backyard Boogie is so special to me, but I just like that project a lot.
Backyard Boogie, man, that was like a labor of love, man. Like we really wanted to put down a project to like really solidify. In my mind, I was trying to like, yo, this is about to be the Richmond sound. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the Richmond sound. But it really was like a labor of love. Like he was, reaching another, point, and so was I. We wanted to like, join forces, especially me having kind of at the time and now, like an elder statesman type of status, you know what I'm saying? And he's a young gunner at the time, you know what I'm saying? To kind of like merge our powers together and do something like was important for us at the time, man. And, shout out Jefferson for doing the artwork on that. Like there was a lot of synergy with that whole project, it was just like working together and getting that done, you know what I'm saying? So that's a special, that one is a special joint for me.
Yeah, truly. And shout out to Jefferson, shout out to Best Friend, that's the homie too. And like, oh yeah, and then another thing you and Frank have in common is y'all both have Madlib cosigns. Which like I can only no. What were you gonna say?
Panty raid.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, let me fuck your girl. Yeah. I was like, I've been chilling with your bitch. Yeah, panty raid. Yeah, that's the one where I was like, he did his thing.
Hey man, I'm gonna throw that down below for people to go listen to. But so I mean, like the both of y'all have Madlib cosigns. Like Frank and Madlib have an album that's sitting in wherever it's sitting. We'll get it when we get it. But I remember exactly where I was when I saw him. Just like he was frustrated about something, and then he was just like, "Shout out Ohbliv," and I was like, he knows ball. Like shout out to just like talk to me about that. I know it happened a while ago, but like talk to me about being in that, just like seeing that randomly, and just talk to me about Madlib.
Well,
just talk to me about Madlib.
Well, first of all, shout out Madlib, and my man's put me together with him. He went to DC, and he linked up with Madlib, and he put me on the phone with him with Madlib, so we actually got to chop it up on the phone for a little bit about it, right? And and then a little bit later, he hit. I forgot he was responding to me because I had said something in reference to something like Madlib. He had, somebody said something about me, and I was kind of like, defending. I don't even remember exactly what the premise was, but I had said something in reference to Madlib, and he responded back to me, like he ain't even in it for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I said something like he's the illest or something. You know what I'm saying? I said shout out to Madlib. I think I was giving him props. I said shout out to Madlib, you the illest, I think. And he was like, he ain't even in it for that shit. And then shout out to me, whatever. And then people started hitting me up about that because I wasn't even online when it happened. Like somebody like screenshot it and sent the text to me. It was like, yo, Madlib just shouted you out. And he was like, yo, he don't talk. He just like, he don't even be on Twitter like that. You know what I'm saying? So for him to shout you out is crazy. And I'm like, yeah, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because, he's the Don to me. You know what I'm saying?
To all of us.
just the fact that he's hip, that to everything that's going on. But why I'm not surprised that he's hip to because he's hip to everything. Yeah, he's put me on to so much shit just from listening to his music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised. But I'm grateful and appreciative that my music has been able to travel, to people's ears like that. You know what I'm saying? To the point to where people that I looked up to for years, recognize and see what we're doing out here. So I'm just everything else. Like I've accomplished my main thing of putting out records. You know what I'm saying? So everything else is a blessing, man. Everything else is extra, and I'm grateful for it all.
Right, man. And like the cool thing about what you got going on is that like you put out you put out records at a pretty ridiculous pace, and you just kind of like do it like you do it on your own terms. You do it at a relatively quick pace, and you've kind of built this little cottage industry for yourself where you just like you put out a project, and like you could go to whatever service, and like you go to Bandcamp, and you see fucking 70, 80, 90 people have already copped like the beat tape from 28, just like it's like you've really like it really is on some like if you build it they will come type shit. So I mean, like, I know you were saying earlier that you started out like it started out from this place of grief and just you just creating. Like, when did you notice that turning into something that was like able to put food on your table that you could like live off of? Because it seems like you're at that point now where it's just like things are comfortable and I'm just putting it out, and like my 700, 800 people got me.
I mean, I ain't gonna say everything is hunky dory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
in
yeah.
America right now. You know what I'm saying? Capitalism still capitalism out here.
Word.
Right? So, but I mean, I am fortunate and grateful that yes, I have a supportive fan base. You know what I'm saying? That keeps me somewhat afloat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super grateful to every single one of y'all for that. But probably when people started flying me out, like that's when
Oh yeah.
because I got started relatively later than a lot of people doing things like in the same field. I'm in my early 40s now. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really get started till my late 20s. But when people started flying me out, like, and recognizing, okay, people are starting to put money out to for me to go out and do this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I was like, that's when it became really real to me right then. You know what I'm saying? Like getting, putting music out and all of this stuff, that's all well and good and all of that. But when people are actually like really doing things to support you and help push you forward and stuff like that, that's when was really real to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, getting flown out and doing shows and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the first show you got flown out to do, and what it felt like to have somebody be like, hey, come pull up with like the SP and just play us some beats?
Oh man. I mean, my first joints was by bus. You know what I'm saying? I was just taking trips up to New York for like a
Right.
good 3-4 years, from like 2010 to like 2013, just taking the China bus or the Greyhound.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that was just like that was Paxico, Dirty Tapes, those gigs, Beat House. So shout out all of them. You know what I'm saying? Those are great platforms at the time. You know what I'm saying, to get our beats off. That's when like the East Coast beat scene was really thriving, really trying to make a name for itself. You know what I'm saying? Because the West Coast thing was going on, Low End Theory and Brain Feeder and all of that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
we were trying to do our thing on the East Coast with all the stuff we were doing. So I was going up and down to like New York, down to Charlotte. Like my first LA trip was the first. Actually, was it LA or was it Chicago? Oh damn. I think it was LA. Yeah, I think LA was my first like real fly out trip. You know what I'm saying? And that was with Ho One Wear, label that I put my first vinyl out with.
Hey.
Yeah, so shout them out. Shout out Bowie and all of them there. So yeah, that was like okay, yeah, yo. Especially LA too. Come to find out, like that's where a lot of my fan base is. Like a lot of people, fuck. A lot of people assume and mistakenly that I'm from LA or
Right.
live there
Yeah.
and stuff. So I gotta shout them out because they always show love. So
Yeah, man, because like I mean, like people, like people like you and Mind Design and Knowledge and DiBiase and all these people are like these kind of like cornerstones of a very specific era of beat making. So it would make sense that people would assume that you're from out there, but like you're
yeah,
Virginia to the soil, which is
yeah.
like, yeah, like I mean, just like as somebody who has a lot of love for Virginia, I just I appreciate that.
It's kind of one of the reasons why why I'm still here. You know, a lot of people ask me why haven't I moved out and gone New York or LA or wherever the case.
Yeah.
I really, first of all, it's affordable to live here.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah.
And I want people to be able to like say, yeah, Virginia, Richmond specifically, they got Ohbliv, they got, DJ Harrison, people, I want, because there's so much talent here, but they all jet, once they get to a certain point, they jet, and then that kind of leaves the scene just languishing, like.
Yeah. Yeah, like holding it down is important. It's part of the reason why, like I'm like between Jersey, Long Island, and New York, but like Jersey's always home to me. And I feel like musically people sleep on Jersey a lot. Like there's rap legends like from my area specific alone, like Just Blaze is from Patterson, that's 20 minutes away from me. Like most people assume he's from New York. Just Blaze is from Jersey. Naughty by Nature, Jersey. SZA's from fucking Jersey. Like she grew up in Maplewood. Like, and that's once again just for starters. So it's like, I don't know. Like it's like it's important for me to, because I'm in New York so much because it's right there. I can't tell you how many people come up to me and like I'll like mention I'm from Jersey and like, oh, I just assume you live in Brooklyn. I'm like, no, like I'm taking the 45-minute train ride into New York every day to be at this show or go to this event or link you on wherever, like I'm like, and like I always make it a point, like I am from New Jersey. Like I'm not from New York. I'm not from Long Island. I am from Jersey. And like that's I get, yeah, it's super important, like like especially for people who move like in the circles and the places we do. I don't know, just putting on for home. Like home is good. Like if you can be home,
right. Yeah, exactly. That's I mean, me and my wife talk about it all the time. Like home really is where the heart is,
Yeah,
it's good
man.
it's good to go out and get love and then come back home.
Always.
Always.
I love coming back home. Like, yeah, like I said, like I'm home for a day and I'm going back, but like I love coming home. There's really nothing like it. But before we get into Armature, I wanted to ask you about your setup because my homie Dash interviewed you for Bandcamp. Incredible fucking piece. I'm gonna link it below. Like I like just talk to me about not even just like your I mean like your setup generally, but talk to me about your love and appreciation for the SP-404 Mark II specifically. Like as some like full disclosure, I just got my first one. It's right here. And I've been playing around with it already. I'm working on some things. I'm very novice, but I'm having fun. But like talk to me about this machine and what it means to you, because it seems like it's a pretty core part of your process.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's the center of my process.
Yeah.
It's always been, just a very user friendly instrument to use. The Mark II specifically, it tweaks things a little bit with the sound quality. It's a little cleaner, a little brighter, which for me is something to get used to. Just coming from the older versions. But I mean, just the ease of use, and I mean the fact that it's got all the capabilities now, it makes it very powerful, like if you like know what you're doing with it, and I mean the experimental capabilities are there as well. If you don't know what you're doing with it, you can just play around and tweak till you find something that works for you. So that's why that's why I appreciate the SP products like the most, because it's like you can do so much with it. Like you can make traditional stuff with it. You can really stretch out and do something really out. And, it like the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean like just going through as much of your music as I have, like you've kind of locked in on like you've locked in on a very specific style. You love loops, you love dusty drums, very soulful, like spirit calming stuff, which I love. You know, like it's really like universal. You can listen to it anytime, any place. Like, this is gonna sound like such a lofty kind of like vague question, but what's your process like making a beat? Like, where do you start? Like, walk me through like the very basic start to end of an Ohbliv beat.
Starts with listening to music, first of all. Like,
Always. Yeah.
always, right? Always it starts with just listening to music. I'll and what could trigger something? It could be anything. It could be a snare. It could be a kick. It could be like an actual loop. It could be a vocal phrase. You know what I'm saying? But it's gotta be something that I feel like can be built upon, or that has kind of like ear candy value to it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a melody based, like, producer. You know what I'm saying? Beat maker, whatever. Like, I'm very, and also coming from a singing background and all that, I'm very big on like melodies and stuff. So I'm listening for that. Typically it starts. I mean, it goes back and forth. I think I originally started with like drums, like programming drums. Either like start with like a drum loop or chopping up a drum loop. And then, but that's after I find the loop, the sounds. Right. I won't do anything with it. I'll make the drums first, and then I'll try to add what I've already heard to it. Sometimes it starts with a loop, and then I chop it before I put any drums to it. I very rarely try to just loop up like DJ style, like just blend. Very rarely I do that, like try to blend shit. I'm more of a chopper because I hear different shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what would the arranger do if he did this instead of how it actually goes? So you might hear some of my shit and it's like, it sounds like it's from the record, but it might be one little thing that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like the drum might come before or after, or the melody diverges this way or something. But yeah, that's kind of the process. And I just keep building and building until I find something like a solid groove. And then I'll maybe add like a B line, like a hook line, or even a bridge line to it on like my more thought out beats. And then that's it, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes, and I think of it like kind of like a graffiti writer as well. And I got this from Count Basie. Shout out to him, yo. It's like, it's different levels. There's like your loops, which are like just like kind of like tags, you know what I'm saying? Then you have like your pieces, your little more fleshed out type of things, and then you have like your masterpiece, which is like your, you know what I'm saying? Then you have like your burners and all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's different levels of styles of beats, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever, however you want to whatever, it caters to, so.
Yeah, I mean, you're really putting down like heavy music theory type shit with that whole like, like just like thinking about arrangements and just like how can I freak this arrangement in this slightly different, because I mean, like, this is all the stuff we love about Dilla and Madlib too. Like, you look at Donuts to pick the obvious choice. Like, one of the biggest appeals of that album to me is that like every single one of those songs sounds like, it doesn't sound like any of it's sampled. Almost like it's like just to the sense that like it almost feels like Dilla found the shit that way. But when you see his process, like, that like it's like 60 stitches to each song, and it's just like, like it's really hard to put into words like how meticulous and like incredible that process is. It's really just like it's really just, especially since I've been using this on my own a lot for the last couple of weeks, like it really is like putting a puzzle together. It's just like, where do the drums fit in? Do drums fit in? Like, do I want this to be minor key or major key? Do I want this to be 70 BPM or 95 BPM? Like, where can I fit this loop in? And it's just like, it really is like, I also, I built Gundams. as well. So it's like I'm kind of coming at it from like this building. I'm coming at it from this building perspective, and then I also have a musical background. I grew up playing instruments. I grew up singing. My father's a singer, so like it's just like this musical puzzle. It's just like I've always been fascinated by how beats get stitched together. Like especially when it comes to like the way that people like you do it, and to hear that it's really, like you've talked about it a bunch before, just kind of like finding the middle ground between like music theory and feeling, and like and like so much of it really is just like, like, is my head cocked while I'm listening to it? Like, am I kind of doing this while it's, like it's like if you get that, it's just good to be able to trust the feeling while also having the background to be like, it works in this way, this way, this way, and this way. Like, so now that we're here, I want to talk about Armature, your work with Shrapknel. Shout out to Prem and Curly Castro, two amazing dudes. 3 albums out. This is the 3rd one. Talk to me about linking with Shrapknel, Prem and Curly Castro, when y'all first met, and when you decided it was time to make a whole album. Wow, I just choked.
Oh.
Don't talk with your mouth full. When did y'all decide it was time to go full album mode?
Man, I had been a fan of them for a while. Like I remember when they put the joint on out on Backwoods, some years ago.
I can't. Oh, there you go. Sorry, your audio cut out for a second.
Yeah,
I can hear you now.
Yes, I can see it's gonna be weird again, but we're gonna try it. But yeah, they had a show here. What was it? Last spring. And I did a set at their show here, and they killed it. And I've been a fan of them since their Backwoods joint. So and I think like Prem, he had hit me up like just randomly.
I don't know what's happening.
Like just as a fan, and they had their show here, and we all we were chilling. We built backstage. Talk,
I don't know what's happening.
Found out we had a lot of things in common, like sound wise, inspiration wise, and we just kept in touch after that. Literally like after the show, we were talking about like, yo, we need to work. So I started sending beats immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then just the process of just chipping away, making the project. You know what I'm saying? They killed it, and like literally right after the show, like we were talking about like building, because I had been a fan of theirs, and Prem had hit me up, I think on Twitter, as a fan of my shit. So we had kind of already been intending to do some stuff, and that's kind of like why they kind of like booked the show in Richmond. You know what I'm saying? So we can kind of meet each other. So yeah, after that, immediately like we was just corresponding back and forth, trying to get it together, and started sending tracks, and it just kind of just happened organically. We found out we had like the same inspiration in music and stuff, so yeah, that's what happened, bro.
Y'all met at the show, and you started building, and that was like the connecting point. So I heard all of that, but I guess what would be the next question? Did you send them batches of beats? Like, did you send them like a pack, or did you make stuff specifically for them?
I sent them. I made some stuff specifically for them, and I also sent them a pack. Like I sent them, a mix of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like there was some stuff that I had that I was like, I wonder how they would sound over it. And then I had some stuff, that I made that I was like, I know that, that's like in their vein. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Which were the ones that you made with them in mind?
Boy, I mean, I don't know off the top, man. They changed the names of them. Like just checking over the joints. Let me see. I think Hard Ticket History. The whatever the beat for that. I think that was one of the joints that I made that I made for them. I forgot the name of it, but the joint with the "You Bring Me Joy," that joint, that's like an old that's like a pack beat, you know what I'm saying? Some joint that I had made that I was just interested, curious to see how they would sound over, So a lot of those that were like that, it's like I just wanted to hear how they would sound over these joints, So yeah.
For sure. Yeah, like I love like this project is so warm And so like it's so out the box for the two of them. Like they don't normally rap over shit like this. So it made me really happy to see y'all connect on that on that ground. They typically, I mean, like outside of like I'm see, now I'm starting to blank on the names of songs, but the one with the crazy guitar loop where he starts it out saying like the guitar strums like Wolverine scratches, like that's that's the type of shit I'm used to hearing from the two of them. But then you get like Take It Kid, which is like completely on the other side of it, and like, you know, just like it was just really cool to see them. Like I would never think to put the three of y'all in a room together, and it made the project so special, you know.
Well, see, that's a thing that I appreciate about like when we were able to build, because like you said, you couldn't imagine us three being in a room together, but when we actually sat down and talked, like we come to find out we had a lot of the same inspirations and influences, you know what I'm saying? We all are in the same like age bracket, you know what I'm saying? So we all kind of came up with a certain understanding about hip hop and the ethos and all of that stuff with it, you know. So we knew what we wanted to you know, what we wanted to express, and you know, and like sound wise, like I'm glad like they were able to appreciate what I was, you know, what I could give them, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa, you know what I'm saying, because I knew what they were coming with, and I wanted to make sure like I could satisfy that, and then also give them something, you know, something different, you know.
Last question for you: if your life was a movie, what would it be about?
About it'd be about a young turtle. It'd be a young turtle's journey to the living his life to the age of 178 and all the trials and tribulations. Because that's what I feel like I'm moving in life, like at a turtle's pace. Yeah.
Wow,
Turtle's
I
pace.
love that answer. That's yeah, like
turtle's pace. Yeah.
Word.
I can't
Damn.
give you
I mean,
details
like,
yet.
just sorry.
No, I was gonna say I can't give you the details yet, but this is just a elevator pitch. You know what I'm saying? Like a turtle's life, you know, from age 5 to 178. You know what I'm saying? And all the things in between.
Yeah. Word. One step at a time. You're building something beautiful. You've already built something beautiful, and it just continues to expand. Like, yeah, Armature is amazing. Like, thank you so much for linking with the two of them. Like, they're big homies of mine. So just like, once again, just seeing the worlds connect was everything for me. And like, thank you so much for the work you've put in all these years, and just for putting on for dope shit, and for putting up with all the bullshit happening with Riverside right now. I don't know why the connection was being so crazy, but yeah, just like thank you so much for everything you do, Bliv.
Oh, no, man, appreciate you, man. Thank you and everybody out here listening, watching. Because without y'all, I ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, thank you.
Thanks for listening. Shout out to y'all for making it this far. And shout out to all the black people listening too, because y'all really impeccable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to come through next time. 1.